What's going on, guys? It's your average consumer, and today I'm gonna be showing you guys how to check out a man cave or a lady cave, whatever you want to call it. But today I'm gonna be showing you guys the basics, the things you're gonna want to know about what you should be looking out for when you're starting to set up your man cave. So 101 class, you can think of it, intro course. But first thing we're gonna start off with, guys, is your TV. Everybody knows that the TV is the center of the man cave. This is where you watch stuff, you entertain people, you play your video games. This is the main attraction. Now, things you're gonna wanna look out for, let's break it down into three different terms. We've got 4K, and that's the craze nowadays. It's the highest resolution. It's pretty mainstream now, so you can get TVs that aren't too expensive with that feature. You're definitely gonna want that for the man cave. And you've got stuff like HDR, which means high dynamic range. And for my average consumers out there, that pretty much means you're gonna get way better picture quality. Colors are gonna look more vibrant. You're gonna be able to see details in places that are like really dark and bright in a shot. So you're gonna see a lot more detail, a lot more vibrancy. It's just a better, clean looking image. And the third and last term you're gonna wanna keep in mind is OLED. Now, I'm sure you've heard of LCD panels, LED. OLED is that next level up, but OLED is typically on the more expensive side of things, but there are some really nice benefits to having an OLED TV, like really dark blacks, getting better viewing angles. So that's something you're gonna wanna keep in mind, but you don't need to spend a ton of money to get really good picture quality. This is a TV that I got like last year, has 4K, has HDR. You probably get it under $1,000 nowadays, but you can find TVs from the range of like $500, and you can spend as much as you want depending on the kind of quality you want. I'm gonna have some links down below in the description to give you guys an idea of what's out there in all different kinds of price ranges. But OLED aside, the main two things you're gonna want to future-proof your man cave, 4K, HDR, and you're probably gonna want something 50 inches plus to really take advantage of that 4K resolution. I mean, honestly, guys, you ever seen flowers this pretty? Huh? And one thing, please, guys, make sure it has small bezels. You don't want anybody coming up in the man cave seeing giant bezels and think you got an old TV. Yeah. And nowadays, you'll find TVs with some pretty decent built-in speakers, but I promise you, nothing beats having a dedicated soundbar. This one right here is the Sony HT-ST5000, and this guy is packing Dolby Atmos. Now, Dolby Atmos is gonna be something you wanna pay attention to. Just like you worry about 4K, HDR, and all that stuff for the TV, Dolby Atmos is what you want for your soundbar. And gotta give you a huge shout out to Dolby Atmos for sponsoring today's video. So now I know you're probably wondering what is Dolby Atmos, so let me show you guys. Up front here, you can see our array of speakers. We got some going from left to right. This is what's gonna be sending audio directly towards you. But not only do you have these set of speakers, but with Dolby Atmos, you also get speakers built into the top of the soundbar. And what these do is they send audio directly upward, so it bounces off the ceiling, hits you, and you've got a 3D immersive sound experience all from one soundbar. And this is a pretty interesting version of surround sound. You're not just getting that audio firing towards you or maybe even behind you from external speakers. You're getting it towards you and overhead, which is a completely different experience. And the Xbox actually has a Dolby Atmos app so that you can go ahead and jump in and experience Dolby Atmos with these little demos. So it's meant to sound exactly like you'd experience the sound in the real world. So like you'll see in this video, you'll see shards of glass moving across the screen and baseballs flying. But I'm gonna show you guys what the difference is between the TV speakers and this soundbar.
You won't just hear glass break. You'll hear a slightly battered and bruised baseball fly past your right ear as a cloud of debris blooms and shards of glass trail overhead. Just before gravity takes hold, scattering chaos to the four corners of the room.
And there you have it, folks. That is the difference. And just like we've seen 4K content come to apps like Netflix, you can find Dolby Atmos on Netflix, Vudu, of course, Blu-rays, and there's a growing library of things. So just look for that little symbol next to the title and you know it supports it. And I say all of that to say, you definitely want Dolby Atmos in your man cave. If you're looking for a particular soundbar, this Sony one is a very, very nice option, but you don't have to go with this one. There's a bunch of different soundbars in different price ranges that feature Dolby Atmos. So I'm gonna have links down below in the description so you can get a variety of price ranges that fit your budget. Now, in terms of content, it is 2017, so if you're getting a 4K HDR TV, very high chance it's going to be a smart TV, so you're gonna have access to Netflix, Hulu, all of those apps that already give you content, but there are still good reasons to get different kinds of set-top boxes. Xbox One, for example, this is the One S. The One S gives you access to 4K apps as well as HDR. And the reason why I think this is still a good pickup is because you get the Xbox One Connect. There's nothing like walking into the man cave and just saying Xbox on, turning on your Xbox, turning on your TV. You can say Xbox, go to Netflix, Xbox, go to Hulu, and then it'll just do that. You can go ahead and impress your friends when they're over. It just makes things a lot easier. You don't have to look for your remote. And let's not forget, it's a console, so you gotta have some games in the man cave, baby. You gotta have something to, sit back, relax, and enjoy. So not only is it great for just entertainment and content consumption, but you have to play games on it. It's a win-win. Oh, but Judd, I don't want to connect to watch me. I don't play games. Well, I got you, fam. You can always pick up one of the new Apple TVs. Now, this is great because it works with 4K HDR as well. And you get access to a cool remote where you can talk to Siri, let it know what you want to watch. Siri, show me some action movies in 4K. And you can see it reads it right there, gives you a bunch of titles. And I really like the idea of having Siri on hand in the man cave because it just makes finding content a lot easier. We've all been there where you're searching for something to watch on Netflix or any of those apps, your food's getting cold, you're just searching, you're spending more time looking than actually watching. So this, you just kind of tell it what you're looking for and then it pulls it right up. That is a very clutch feature. And of course, it supports 4K, HDR, all the stuff that you would expect with a new system like this. And another nice benefit of having an Apple TV is the fact that you get access to Apple Music. So if you've got a really nice soundbar, you can listen to your music directly from it. And of course, this being an Apple TV, that means you're gonna get access to a ton of apps. You got an app store where you can just download whatever you want. So if apps are a big thing for you, you got them right here on your television. So pick a set-top box that works best for you. Just make sure that they do support 4K and HDR. Can't miss those. Now, if you still want access to voice controls, but you don't want to use your Xbox, a little combo that I've shown before in the past is getting an Amazon Echo Dot or any kind of Amazon Echo and getting your hands on a Logitech Harmony Home Hub. So with this little combo, you can speak to your Echo and control your television. So I can say things like, turn off the TV.
Okay.
And you can also use it to control other things like changing the channel, opening up Netflix, all kinds of stuff. So if you want that voice control, that's a really nice option. And not only that, you also get access to controlling your TV right from your smartphone through the Harmony app. So if you can't find your remote, you don't have to worry. You know where your smartphone is, I'm sure you do. So that'll give you access to controlling all of your television controls right from your phone. And the Logitech Harmony Home and the Echo is a pretty inexpensive combination that gives you access to a lot of controls. Not to mention that the Amazon Echo will give you access to a ton of smart devices that you can implement within your man cave, but that's for another video. But this has been my little crash course on the kind of technology you're gonna wanna look out for when you're setting up your man cave. You don't have to go for these exact items that I've shown in this video, but there are a ton of different price points and different options that you can go for. I'll have a bunch linked down below in all the different categories that I mentioned. So if you enjoyed this video, be the cool guy or girl that gives it a thumbs up. Let me know if you're interested in a part 2 where I go over other things that you can do in the man cave. But till then, guys, it's your average consumer. Peace.